Oh, good evening.
Hello. Are you well?
Thank you very much. I'm still alive.
Nice to see you again.
We've been quite busy. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you all here this evening. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister of Canada, for making me feel so old.
He was perhaps less impressed when presented with a painting based on a photograph of a young Elizabeth on a pony with her father, commenting that blue was a strange colour for a horse.
And that is supposed to be my father?
Yeah!
Arrived at a cheese stall, he invited her to pose with him for the photographers. Next, he suggested she should try some of the cheese.
No, not now.
Not now, said the Queen, showing him instead that she was being given some to take away. But Sir Norman wanted a longer chat. Ignoring royal protocol, he crept up and touched her on the arm, then took her hand and hung on and on.
I don't think the Queen will forget him.
The Royal Box Sweepstakes now. Many congratulations.
I'm kind of it. Thank you very much. What do I get?
Well, you get £16.
£16?
£16 for winning.
Very much like it will ride. Yes, I'm going on holidays.
Lord Wakehurst headed the party, waiting to greet Her Majesty. The step was too high for her to manage alone. She asked for a pull-up, an informal touch that brought smiles to the faces of all.
Is not guaranteed. The Duke will certainly want to be there. Trooping the colour is one of the major ceremonial occasions of the year.
Sort of done something terrible. She's not... Jade, when you took the puppy's dinner the other night, what did I do? Oh, Jade.
What,
Jade.
she ate the puppy's dinner?
Yes, she ate the puppy's dinner.
She do that.
And then there was a grinning face all over the hall, you know. Jade.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but it's his dog, you see. It's so cruel.
He'll probably go back.
Ray, you're not supposed to do that. I won't hear. Go away. I'm not here. Go and do your stuff. Ray. Go on. Go on.
I keep a diary, but it's not really a diary like Queen Victoria's, you know, or as detailed as that. It's quite small.
But you write it in your own hand.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I think that's terribly important.
I can't write any other way. Does it look all right with the background?
Yes, it does.
I mean, Johnny, like it'd be awful if you said no, because I don't know something else. It's my hat.
The royal win in the Gold Cup! Estimate has done it!
And the Queen is watching her filly Estimate win the race for which she is meant to present the trophy. Her Majesty the Queen only presents 2 trophies during Royal Ascot, and look at the delight there, the sheer joy. Magnificent scenes, the crowd seeing that as well on the big screen and responding with laughter and with applause.
Gentle.
the Duke has the solution.
Staff lift. See?
They're coming up in the luggage lift now.
Yeah.
To the wonderful customers. Glorious contributions. Because you're drinking it with your eyes first. It looks nice, huh? So, what? You do need to steady-handed.
Good evening, Mr. Bond.
Good evening, Your Majesty.
Careful what you wish for.
Oh, really? Please.
British 1,000 years epitomised here.
In just a couple of minutes' time, when the Queen and Prince Philip get to the end of the Mall, we will be handing over to Claire Balding, who is going to be the MC for proceedings. Now, what? Now, this I like.
Oh,
Did you see that?
Is he instructing
Prince
the
Philip
driver?
just gave...
Milky cheesecake, please. Lemon curd cheesecake, ang baon ko.
You might not know I went to Baghdad.
I knew you did. You're expendable now.
Criticize, yes, I'm expendable, yes, that's
You're
true.
expendable. He couldn't go to Baghdad at that moment.
That's all I got. That's all right. Thank you. Disgusting, just a gooey mess. It's going to be in the cars.
Well, taking into account your tight schedule, I'm very...
Tomorrow I'm going to see 16 people. I may not look so good tomorrow.
To keep a straight face. When the Home Secretary said to me, there's a gorilla coming in. So I said, you know, what an extraordinary remark to make, very unkind about anybody. And so, you know, I stood in the middle of the room and pressed the bell and the doors opened. And there was a gorilla. And I had the most terrible trouble in keeping, you know, he had short body, long arms. And I...
The Queen set out for Westminster Abbey in the Gold State coach. It weighs nearly 4 tons.
Horrible. It's not meant for travelling in at all. I mean, it's just not, it's only sprung on leather.
Encrusted with 440 precious and semi-precious stones, and with a frame of solid gold, it weighs 5 pounds.
But is it still as heavy? Yes, it is. Yes, it weighs a ton. It's very solid, isn't it?
Have you ever played table tennis?
I've tried.
Any good?
I can't do the sort of things you do, no.
I'll have to coach you. Is that okay?
I don't think my brain works quick enough to do that. It's got speed on it.
You don't need a brain.
I haven't watched from a pair of binoculars for ages. Look at it, pouring with tears. Oh dear. I always watch on the television. It's the emotion. No, I watch on the television. No, Mummy, if you look into the wind like that, it's like looking at a deer.
He was first to San Francisco. They had the worst North Atlantic storm in 100 years.
Very much. Thanks very much. Counts all the time. These coincidences.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it fits. Very-
Heavy?
Well, I think it's 3 pounds or something. Quite heavy.
Comfortable, Mum?
No. No, nothing like that is comfortable. Put it on, it stays. I mean, it just remains itself.
You have to keep your head very still.
Yes. And you can't look down to read the speech. You have to take the speech up. Because if you did, your neck would break. It would fall off. So there are some disadvantages to crowns, but otherwise they're quite important things.
Can I ask if the crown could be brought a little bit closer to the Queen? Oh, there we go.
This is what I do when I wear it. Can I look
The
at this?
highlights of the visit was the presentation to Her Majesty of 2 magnificent halflinger ponies at the Spanish riding school. The Queen knew what to do when they showed too much exuberance. As yet, they weren't completely trained.
Your Majesty, Mummy. Your Majesty, Mummy.
Thank you so much. I like this clanking glass.
The Queen was also happy. The Eminent Persons Group was on its way to end apartheid. And the lid was back on her difficult relationship with Mrs. Thatcher.
The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh had just been reunited with their children after 5 months away on a world tour.
They were extremely polite. I don't think they knew who we were at all. She had about 20 yards of chiffon around her neck because we wore evening dressed for dinner. When she goes to leave, just as she reaches the sliding door, Britannia goes again, ugh! And she grabs hold of the door, puts her back against it, and goes with the door, and there's 20 yards of chiffon going out, and she says, whee! And then it goes the other way, and she flings her arm that way, holding onto the door, the chiffon that way, and she says, whee! Good night, everybody. My lords and members of the House of Commons. My goodness, I've been busy.